Hey, Trev, how you doing today?
I'm sorry, very busy concentrating.
Oh, that sounds intense. Why?
I have some intense concentration going on today. Feel like I'm really focused and able to concentrate because I slept really well last night.
Well, we're going to talk about sleep and how, as a business owner / entrepreneur, this should be taken a little more seriously other than I'll sleep when I'm dead. We're going to talk about 8 reasons why sleep is important to a business owner. We're not going to get into the science behind sleep. We're just going to talk about the benefits and perhaps hopefully share with you things I've thought of before and now, things when I was younger and now that I'm older about sleep. There are other people that are talking about the science of sleep, which I think is fascinating, but this is not what that's about. Let's talk about the improved concentration. It is the top of the list. I personally not putting any credence into the exact order of all these 8 reasons because I think some are probably a little bit better than the others. We'll talk about that.
But on this first one, they're saying it is actually scientifically proven that a healthy sleeping pattern improves your concentration.
I think the focus and concentration, again, bringing in the experience we've had in the past 20 months in dealing with the SBA and business owners trying to apply for a business loan, an economic disaster injury loan. All 8 of these reasons have impacted business owners just in that task alone, what we've seen.
Oh, yeah. They're impacting it right now. A lot of folks choose this idea of 4 hours a night. Like you said before, Linda, sleep when I'm dead. 4 hours a night because that'll give me more hours during the day to be more productive. That's a lot like that multitasking podcast we did, that you can't really multitask either with any clear sense of focus and success. Same here. 4 hours of sleep. Okay, great. So you get an extra 4 hours in your workday, but are you really as efficient and productive as you could be if you get a good night's rest?
The science does indicate that there are sleep cycles that 90 minutes to 2 hours where there's reasons why we wake up in the middle of the night. And one of them is because of some deep sleep cycles that we experience and why they start and stop in short intervals. So you're missing out on some key sleep by minimizing the number of hours you think you're sleeping when you're really not even sleeping for those 4 hours.
You're reducing your productivity. And remind me later in our Wealth and HELLNESS section to talk about what I do when I wake up in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
So number 2 is that with a good sleep pattern and sleeping well, you have enhanced problem-solving skills. How about them apples?
You have to stick around for this whole thing because the 8 reasons
Pretty cool.
are all intertwined. And having enhanced problem-solving skills is critical because of so many different things that pop up on a daily basis that are a problem. And you need to figure it out and address it.
One study found that the negative impact on brain function caused by inadequate amounts of sleep actually causes an effect similar to alcohol intoxication. And we all know that if you're intoxicated, you're not really at your decision-making best. You mentioned earlier, Linda, about EIDL program, disaster financing. We have seen now, we're working on this almost 2 years since COVID first started. We have seen many business owners making bad decisions.
Very bad decisions. I don't want to skip ahead, but number 4 on the list, we'll get back to number 3, but number 4 is less anxiety and depression. And this goes right into, in fact, I wish we hadn't even numbered these. The link to the article is in the description, so you'll be able to see the article and how they lay it out. But the anxiety that we see on a daily basis is alarming. People are going through some real challenges, and the SBA has really exacerbated that. But coping mechanisms, coping skills, being able to function more logically eases the way for you to not only solve problems, but get creative with other ways to make money if one income stream has taken a hit because of COVID.
Well, if you're feeling anxious and depressed because of the effects on your business due to the COVID pandemic, make sure you stick around for all 8 of these, but also for our Wealth and HELLNESS section, because I've dealt with these issues in my own professional career, and I want to share with you how I've helped to resolve them, which had a lot to do with getting a better night's sleep. Number 3 on the list is about better memory. Not getting enough sleep has been linked in several studies to memory impairment. Right. And I remember exactly who you are and your name because I slept really well last night.
The bottom one, the 8th one, is decrease in other health risks and better memory.
You're saying if you sleep well, you are improving your health by decreasing your risks.
Right.
Whoa.
You're decreasing your risks, which, by the way, memory, I don't know about how many people you had have that you know of in your family or whatever that may be suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's. Those are real conditions. If you were to get better sleep to be able to function better with problem solving and memory, those are things that could impact your health down the road, not even knowing it, not even realizing that you're, it's sort of like
there's a cumulative effect.
Yes, I was going to use smoking as an example.
But smoking is a good example. People who smoked became ill later, various, chronic and life-threatening illnesses. It's kind of the same idea. The cumulative effect of loss of sleep or poor sleeping patterns does have a long-term effect on your health.
Yes. So back to the list that we are putting out of order.
We've done 5 so far. We got 3 more to go. So number 5 on the list, since we're back in order now, and I like being in order, frankly, is a boosted immune system. Who knew? Who knew that if you sleep well, that your immune system is more proactive to help protect you from bugs and viruses and other naughty things that are out there to make you ill.
These are all interconnected. We just talked about a better memory and reducing health risks, and here it is. You boost your immune system, which also will then aid in making sure that you're healthier on a more regular basis. And when you're healthy, you're able to function better in your business. You're able to tend to matters in your business and even difficult decisions in your business when you're well and rested.
I like number 6 because, man, who has not experienced somebody in your work day who is such a groucha-doucha because they didn't sleep well last night? And, if they're close enough to you as an associate, colleague, coworker, whatever, or friend, and have that moment of truth, say, what's up with you today? They may actually admit, I'm so exhausted.
Right. I didn't sleep well last night or haven't been sleeping well.
And it's causing them to be a grouch. And that decreases their ability to interact socially with clients
and manage emotionally. There are too many instances where I hear or someone's talking about just not coping well with other people's bullshit.
I love the sentence here in the blurb, which you'll see when we put up the link to it. Mood deterioration.
Right.
I call that just being a grouch.
Not getting enough sleep is really an excuse, right? Because taking control of things you can control. I did have a Twitter exchange with somebody who said that sleeping is a waste of time. I also think he's in his mid-20s. I think there is a direct correlation when you're younger. You're supposed to be healthier, right? Because your body hasn't started deteriorating the way it does in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. But
I have to say I would strongly disagree with that young person. I
do.
In my long career in management and in sales and in our business, I have seen the detrimental effects on people in their 20s with the lack of sleep. And notoriously, it's a failure to be completely focused and present in the moment and miss out on key details, especially on tedious tasks.
Well, here's a scientific fact that the human brain is not fully developed until age 25. So in your 20s, you're kind of feeling superhuman with bionic levels of confidence. But, ultimately, the sleep is still going to be the best remedy for so many things, as we are outlining here with this list as a business owner and taking it more seriously for your health.
So number 7 on the list is good sleep pattern helps you to have better physical form and more efficient exercise. Poor sleep can not only cause us to eat more, but also to be less productive during workouts. Yeah, because, you're exhausted.
My favorite word in this section of this article is it opens up with confidence is key for entrepreneurs.
That's a couple of words.
But confidence is the word. It's sort of like, since we're talking about exercise and physical form, when you have gained some weight and your clothes don't fit the same, you're not as confident with your appearance and how you feel in your clothes and in your body. Maybe you feel bloated. That confidence can seep into other aspects of your belief systems and your thoughts. Confidence is absolutely key, and the stronger you feel because you feel rested, the better you're going to feel with how you address certain things in your business. As a business owner, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. There are days that are brutal.
You have to be present and accounted for.
Yeah, you have to
and the way
step
to do
up
that's with a good night's rest. So speaking of confidence, I am confident in the advice I'm about to share with you in our Wealth and Wellness segment about my experience experiences in my business career with failing to sleep well. Anxiety got the better of me many times, especially when it came around money issues and earning money. You know, I've worked on 100% commission for the better part of 30 years. When you have moments when you're concerned about earning a living, you can lose sleep. I realized this was impacting my days, and so I intentionally created methods to counter the effects of anxiety or the effects of waking up in the middle of the night. And here's a couple of the simple things I designed for myself. Number one, as I'm preparing for bed, I have a way of kind of preparing a tranquil way of getting into my sleep pattern. In other words, I'm not watching a shoot 'em up, bang up drama action movie with car chases and explosions just before turning in for the night. I'm not saying that you have to put on some Zen music with little bells in the background, although that couldn't hurt. But certainly it's more of that mindset and the type of media that I'm going to consume. For me, reading is a really good way to kind of mellow myself out. Lately, I do a lot of Audible books, and I set the timer for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and that helps me drift off quietly and tranquilly to sleep. The second thing I did was I recognized that if I was losing sleep in the middle of the night because I was worried, I literally would direct myself while losing sleep. I would say, you're not sleeping right now is not, and worrying about things, you cannot address these issues now at 3 o'clock in the morning. Get rest and get up in the morning and create a plan to attack these issues that are causing you to lose sleep. And the third thing I did, which is very recent, I realized if I wake up in the middle of the night, it's just, as you said earlier, Linda, part of the normal sleep cycle.
Right.
And so I say, oh, this is normal. I'm just going to put myself back to sleep. 3 simple things.
We don't have a television in the bedroom. Without a television in the bedroom, maybe I'd bring in my laptop and watch a movie in bed. Nope, not anymore. Also, I bought an alarm clock to put by the bedside table versus the phone. The phones are addicting. That's another piece of science. So having the phone next to the bed, for me, it's too much temptation, and I will check. And if I check and I see a negative sounding email, it's going to blow up my entire night.
That's interesting you mentioned about the phone, because there are studies that have said the screen time on your smartphone can actually, especially right before bedtime, can affect your sleep pattern. What I've determined to do is, since my phone acts as a clock as well, I just put it face down on the nightstand next to me, and I have a firm rule. The only time I touch the phone, if it's in the middle of the night or in the morning, is to pick it up and look at the time. And that's it. No emails, no text messages, no social media, none of that. What time is it? Oh, it's 3 a.m. It's a sleep pattern interruption. Let me just put myself back to sleep.
I think the wealth and wellness segment needs to also address the fact that if you think you are immune to the phone and technology and news being an impairment, then you are sadly mistaken, and
you're deluding yourself.
You're
lying to yourself.
Really, you just cut it out, because there's science. And again, we're not getting into the science, but you can do that on your own time.
Find a way to ease yourself into your sleep pattern. You will sleep better, and you will be more productive, less anxious, and physically more fit. And you can thank Linda Ray and this guy, Trevor. And this has been Simple Sense for Small Business.
Mistakes we've made, so you don't have to. See you next time.